Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out Fatal Frame: Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, running on the Series X. Now this is actually Fatal Frame number 4, which was originally released on the Nintendo Wii. It was exclusive to that game, or to that system. Never saw a release outside Japan, so this is pretty exciting for those of us who love Fatal Frame to finally play this in an official capacity. Yeah. There was a fan translation which did a really good job back in the Wii era, which is still available today. You know, if you still have a working Wii, or you want to go about some other means to apply that patch. But yeah, let's see what they've done for the official release. I imagine it'll either be an all-out release where they translate everything, or it'll be a bare bones subtitle everything, or subtitle only what's barely necessary. We'll find out, I guess. Let's see, classic mode. What do we have? Classic, action. Oh, okay, well, classic's fine. Vibrations on. I think we'll leave all that the same. These games typically have very slow-moving default cameras. Man, Tecmo Koei really doing pretty well lately with their releases. I mean, they had Molong, which I really highly suggest folks play if you're into those hard action games. We've got Ryza coming up, Ryza 3. You know, I guess Maiden of Black Water, which was Fatal Frame 5, I guess that did pretty well. And that was another game that was, you know, well, it was stuck on the Wii U at the time. And having him, you know, go be available for all systems, you know, magically made the game sell better. Funny that. Although that version, unfortunately, took out the Nintendo exclusive costumes, so you couldn't play as Samus in that game. As a rather unfortunate loss on that part. Even on the Switch, they didn't put those costumes back in. All right, and I have the digital deluxe, so I guess we'll just play normal. Now I've only played a very small portion of this game on the Wii, back when the fan translation was 100% complete. So I really don't have like a ton of experience with this. Maybe the opening coming a couple of hours will be, well, I guess really the opening hour will be more familiar to me. But outside of that, yeah, I'm really not playing with a lot of foreknowledge.
Madoka, なんか思い出せた？ずいぶん前のことだし、私たち5人が映っていたのは確かにこの建物ね。ねえ、美咲、本当にここに来ればよかったのかな？
No, it is not a good idea to come out here.
もう一回私の言う通りにしてればいいの。
Two Japanese supermodels walking around in a haunted house.
私たちを見てしまった。次は私たちの番だ。神隠しにあった5人が順番に。
I don't know, these later games when they started introducing the two-person mechanic, or two main character mechanic, it's like one character is always creepy. That's not what's Fatal Frame 2, at least. Alright, we still got the film grain. I wonder if we can turn off the film grain. Prelude, Blossoming, Madoka Tsukimori. Sukmodi. Walking. Use left stick. You can only use the left stick and left button pressed to strafe. Look around with the right stick. Nice Sanders stuff. Objective. Your objective may update as you progress through the game. You can check your current objective from the menu screen, so if you're ever unsure of what to do next, give it a look. Find Misaki Aso. Misaki. Okay, we got a map. And then the X button is menu, a little strange. I'm surprised it's not the Y button, but maybe that's strictly a Japanese thing. Files, yes. Basic controls and objectives. Let's see, we can just kind of auto run. You actually don't have to even push the stick when you're running. If you're just running straight ahead, you can just hit the left stick and she'll run. Then you just turn left and right. It's weird to see this game in 60 hertz. I mean, we're suffering with, you know, barely 28 hertz, 28 frames a second on the original. I mean, the original did not run good. Is there no options button? There we go. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can turn off the film grain, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with it. That's too bad. I would have liked to have more control over that. But we have a right stick, which we weren't blessed with the original Wii release. Running, hold left trigger to run. While running, the camera will automatically follow behind you. Quick turn, press L3 or R3 to perform a quick turn and face the opposite direction. Whoop. Whoop. Oh, wow, that's really smooth. It's weird it doesn't just do a quick flash. You know, it's actually got to physically move the camera. Is that Misaki's flashlight on the floor? But you can really see the grain now that this is in fully. I don't think it's 4K. I don't think it's quite there. But 4K upscaled visuals. So your flashlight illuminates dark areas and helps you investigate your surroundings. Use the right stick to shine the flashlight in the same direction as the camera. No, it's not Misaki's. She's...
Misaki? Misaki?
Yeah, this preserves a lot of the original intent of the visuals. I mean, this looks like a painting. It was really good. Gotta find Misaki. We'll only run when we have to, or if we're going doing any backtracking. The running's, you know, really more like a very, very fast walk, or not even a fast walk. It's just like a light shuffle. Gotta find Misaki. It must be locked from the inside. Misaki? It's looking for a nurse station. Alright, let's investigate the nurse station. Oh, hell no, that camera is very slow to move. My goodness. Holy crap, that is slow. Wait, where does this go? Okay, just checking. Yeah, I like all the fine particles in the air. But if you're a new player to this game, just realize that this is a classic survival horror game. I saw a reviewer who kind of took issue with the way that this game is presented. You know, and that it's again very 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 slow paced. You battle a lot of monsters, and if they said that they didn't find it frightening, which is super weird because in the history of survival horror games, fighting the monsters is a fairly normal thing. I can only think of like one game series where you don't fight monsters and you just kind of run around in like a game of tag, and that's like the Penumbra series, or photos lie scattered on top of the cabinet and in the drawer. The photos have faded and are no longer recognizable. The notes board is covered in old photos. Photos have faded. Okay. Yeah, like Penumbra, or God, what's the other series? That you just run around and hide, and you don't see any monsters. But yeah, I mean, like most survival horror games, you run around and you fight monsters in a scary setting. I was just surprised to see that in a review saying, oh, well, the scariest things are when you don't see the monster ever. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it sounds like you don't play much survival horror, because all of us that play survival horror, from Signalis to Resident Evil to pretty much everything, we like fighting monsters. We also like seeing the monsters. A game like games like Penumbra are pretty rare, and I'll be honest with you, like that series of games where it's just hide and seek. I mean, I wasn't disturbed by that game like a lot of people were. Just because eventually it just, once you did finally see the quote unquote monster, I mean, it was incredibly disappointing. And all the other time, the descriptions and the darkness, having to run around from place to place, finding light sources. I mean, that really wore on me. It stopped becoming fun, and it felt more like work. So yeah, I'm pretty much the opposite of that particular review that I saw. I was complaining about the standards of survival horror, which is seeing a lot of the monsters, fighting them. I don't know about you, but I think this is actually kind of a creepy. There's a creepy vibe going on here. I forget their like Wii style controls. So there's not a traditional camera. I mean, look, you turn in the corner here. You see this weird ass photo? It's like, what is this photo? It's super quiet. Control room, Summer's End. The curtains part to reveal the room's interior, but it's too dark to make anything out clearly. So yeah, wholly disagree with that viewer, with that reviewer. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. This game is unsettling. There's no one here. You can examine the various objects found in your environment. Objects that can be examined will glimmer when you shine your flashlight over them. It's made it sound like survival horror games aren't scary if you're like combating monsters. And I just like I don't even know what to say about that. It seemed like the only thing that reviewer had ever played that was scary to him was like maybe Penumbra or or maybe that old Kojima demo, which was never really a game. I don't know. Different structure for different folks, I guess. Old patient records and files are scattered over the counter. Nurses' uniforms and other items are scattered inside the display case. If an object shines after you pass your light over it, you can reach out with your hand to examine it. Stand next to an object and the B icon will be displayed in the corner of the screen. Press and hold B to reach out your hand to examine the object. Stop reaching out from the object, let go of B. Something is written on the paper. I put the key to the museum on the top of my desk. There are a lot of irreplaceable objects in the museum, so please take care to keep the doors locked at all times. Old patient records and files are scattered over the counter. Yeah, this whole grabbing mechanic, I think it started in 2. Yeah, I mean, it's been around in the Fatal Frame series for a while. And you wouldn't think it would be frightening after having to grab so many objects after a while. Gotta find the key to the room Misaki went into. Oh, what? It's not here? Wasn't that what I just grabbed? Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. Found a small IV patterned key with museum engraved on it. This is the key for the room Misaki went into. Now press X to open the menu screen. From here you can view the map, use items, and view records of the information you've collected so far. You can also press hamburger while playing to open the map screen directly. As I said, the move is kind of weird because it was originally meant for a Wiimote and Joy-Con. So I think Maiden of Black Water's movements probably more familiar to people. Ghosts love to rock out too. That is like super loud. Oh, I toned that down just a smidge. Just a smidge.
出したくない。早くここから出ないと。美咲を探さないと。
Right, now would be appropriate to run. Just backtracking. And again, it's more like a slightly fast shuffle. Run is maybe not the most appropriate word for what she does. Now, thankfully, you don't have to manage stamina, which would make the running a lot more tedious. Use the key. Kind of wish I could think of that other series where all you do is run around and hide like a little wuss. And that somehow was supposed to be frightening.
Misaki?
Misaki, where are you? There's a face on the door. Not a great look. Okay, well, I didn't want to go in there anyway. No way that thing looks. It's just an old camera, but there's something about it. The name Kunihiko also is written on it. Those with spiritual potential can see shadows, forms invisible to the average person. The souls of the dead, vestiges of thought left behind in a place. My camera obscura was created to capture the clues to the spirit world, and I now have a chance to prove its capabilities even further. In the course of my research here, I have discovered that the materials used in mask making in Rugetsu Isle can improve the camera obscura's ability to capture those shadowy forms on film. I have also come to believe that the camera obscura holds a power greater than I had ever expected. This is the power of the camera obscura to affect the shadows when photographing them. It is something like the exorcism that those with spiritual potential refer to. It is my experiments on this island that have brought me to this bold conviction. I have decided to donate a camera obscura to the owner of the hotel. I did not explain why I was donating it, but I cannot help but feel that there will come a day when the island will need the power of the camera obscura. I only hope that I am wrong and that such a day will never come. Well, you really jinxed it for the rest of us, didn't you? Hint, hint, come get me. Oh man, an old camera. This must be the Professor Aso's camera obscura. This. right. Take that, you sneaky bitch. The camera obscura is a special camera with the power to view and seal away the inconceivable. When a wraith appears, you can seal away by taking photos of it with the camera obscura. Taking photos, press Y to take out the camera obscura while holding the camera, press right trigger to take a photo. Press and hold left trigger while aiming the camera to get a ghost lock on to the ghost and keep the camera aimed at it automatically. It's gone. Was that a person?
ここにいたくない。
Yeah, good idea. We probably shouldn't stick around this place. Collection of old books. The name Kuniko Aso can just about be made out in places. A little portrait hangs on the wall. The black reads Kuniko Aso. He must be the man in the picture. He had a weird ass picture. Is the door open now? These guys mooning me. That's not nice. I'm just an innocent Japanese supermodel.
Daremo 覚えていないことは存在しないことになるのだろうか。私には小さい頃の記憶がない。私がいた島のこと、住んでいた家のこと、そして父のことも。私たちが神隠しにあった以前のことは何も思い出せない。一緒に見つかった4人もあの時のことは覚えていない。かすかに思い出せるのは一つの旋律。いつもここで途切れてしまう。音楽とともによみがえる記憶のかけら。この記憶はあれが老月と2人の友達が死んだ。マリエとトモエ。神隠しにあったうちの2人。 まどかは美咲と島に行くと私に告げ、戻ってない。
あの島へは近寄らないで、ルカ。お母さん、知らない方がいいことがあるの。
でも私は確かめたい。あの時何があったのか。
Should listen to your mom.
失った記憶の先に何があるのか。
Yeah, a lot of folks consider this to be the best Fatal Frame game, and of course it didn't come out to the States for many, many years. Phase 1, the summoning, Ruka Minazuki. Press right button next to start snap mode. If you find an interesting location, try taking a picture. Here you can freely position and manipulate characters and ghosts in order to take the perfect picture. In camera operation mode, you can adjust the lens and frame, whereas in character operation mode, or in camera operation mode, you can adjust the lens and frame, whereas in character operation mode, you can reposition characters, etc. Once everything's in place, remove the menu display and get snapping. That's good. That's new. Or, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's new. So we got documents, versus memo, pictures, items, key items, nothing. So we're at the ghost list, lots of stuff here. I don't know how you access the costumes. Let's find a save first. Maybe it'll tell us about them later. I remember. A photo. I know this place somehow. I don't have my camera yet. A tall grandfather's clock. Instead of numerals, the face shows phases of the moon. I mean, this place looks incredibly well kept, considering it's been abandoned for so long. You can save the game by pressing B in front of one of the yellow lanterns found in different locations throughout the game. Lanterns also allow you to manage photo albums, change options, and use points to trade for items. Please note that the game can also be saved at the end of every chapter. This game will save automatically when you go near a glowing lantern. A message will appear on screen when the game is saving. To prevent your save data from corrupting, please do not turn off the console while the message is displayed. I wonder how many times people actually do that. They're like, what? It's saving! Fuck! Pull the power! It must have happened at least once for somebody to complain about it. What do I got here? Herbal medicine, type 14 film times 3. We only have 1750, so yeah, we can't buy anything, of course. Extras, which I guess we can buy those. Got costumes, plain clothes. Japanese swimsuit, evening dress, nightwear. Marie Rose. If you purchase within the launch window or the launch week, I think you have like a week or maybe 2 weeks to purchase the game. During its release week, then you get this Mary Rose outfit for free. That's both the regular edition and the deluxe edition. So this one you don't have to pay for if you buy the game soon enough. Glasses, flower hair ornament, cat ears, the organ mask. Oh, the obscure hat. I mean, we probably shouldn't do that. That might just break immersion just a little bit. Oh, okay, so we actually just purchased these. Is that really a Japanese swimsuit? Gosh, it's so conservative. And this is horror movie fodder right here. Exploring a haunted mansion and nothing but your pajamas. That's definitely an American horror movie. It's locked. What's the swimsuit look like? I think it's fascinating that had all these long sleeves with the swimsuit. I mean, that's got to get in the way of swimming. Maybe this is one of these kind of swimsuits that you don't go in the water with, which totally boggles my mind. I didn't even know things like those existed until I was dating somebody who just owned like a whole... Oh, well, it wasn't a closet full, but it was a fair number of swimsuits that weren't meant for the water. Folding gate blocks access to the landing. There's a note stuck between the bars. A scrap of paper with writing on it. It looks like Marika's handwriting. A dull pain has laid heavy in my heart ever since I laid eyes on Roget's Island looming ahead of us. Why does the mere sight of the island make it so difficult for me to breathe when I don't remember anything about the time I spent there? Misaki could be right. There might just be something here. When she suddenly told me she was going to Roget's Island, I followed her out of concern. Misaki was so determined to come here, it was frightening. She still won't tell me what this is all about. The island is getting closer now. Misaki is looking at it coldly, as though her gaze were the only thing pinning it to the horizon, the only thing keeping it from slipping away into the night. With Marie and Tomoe already gone, I couldn't bear to lose Misaki as well. Gate shut tight. There's nowhere to put a key. It must be opened remotely. God, look at this detail. I mean, even if you maybe didn't appreciate the horror aspects of this game. Oh, there's a rope here. What the heck? The art is really incredible, especially when you consider that this game originally appeared on the Wii. Not a system known for incredible looking games, even when it was brand new. But that's Nintendo for you. You know, they don't thrive on making cutting edge systems. I mean, they haven't done that since the Nintendo 64. That was the last time they tried to make cutting edge system. And the last time they tried to make a system on parity was the GameCube, which you might argue was a cutting edge system as well, compared to the Xbox and certainly the PlayStation 2. But yeah, since then they just kind of gave up, and they've just been releasing iterations of the Wii. You know, with the Wii being just a powerful GameCube, and the Wii U just being a slightly more powerful Wii. Also a museum. Monica might be in this room. There's some newspaper clippings of articles about the mass disappearances on the island. Article: Islanders found dead. Islanders found dead. At approximately 4:30 p.m. yesterday, the captain of the Obodomaru docked at Roget's Island reported the deaths of multiple Roget's Islanders. All the bodies were found with their hands covering their faces, leading the police to fear an outbreak of some kind of infectious disease. What kind of infectious disease causes people to die with their faces covered? I don't know. The police plan to continue the search for those islanders whose whereabouts have yet to be determined while recovering the bodies. Despite everyone on the island being either missing or dead, there were no signs of any conflict or foul play, besides the death. Faced with nothing to go on but the sudden disappearance of the island's population and without any evidence of natural disasters, the police remain baffled by this bizarre incident. Let's see, Professor Aso's notes too. The notebook has had dust wiped from it. Someone must have recently picked it up. There was once a great disaster on this island, which almost destroyed it and caused Roget's Island to become feared as a place close to the underworld. However, it has recovered from that disaster and is no longer closed off to people from outside the Roget's Islands. As an outsider, I had anticipated resistance to my visitation. To my surprise, the chief welcomed me gladly to the island, seemingly in the hope that I would help introduce its native culture, such as the Kagura Festival and traditional Roget's engravings and craftsmanship, to the outside world. I came to Roget's Island to look for materials for my camera obscura because of the unique indigenous culture, the folklore of which is based upon the moon. In that folklore, the sun represents the outer form of things and the moon the inner. The moon therefore represents memory, personality, and the soul. Believing that the soul is still connected to the underworld after the body dies, they say that the moon is a symbol of that world as well as a gateway into it. They have a Kagura festival where the souls of the dead return to this world, and the most important element of that festival is the mask worn by the participants. The mask worn by the maiden during the Kagura is the point of contact between the living world and the world of the dead, the underworld represented by the moon. A mask that connects to the underworld. There are many kinds of masks on this island, and I hope to greatly advance my paranormal research by investigating them all. You damn weirdo. Camera. This must be Professor Aso's camera obscura. There's a note under the camera. It looks like Monaco's handwriting. Misaki and I are making our way toward the Roget's Hall. The dizziness I felt on the way here has only gotten worse since I arrived on Roget's Isle. The air here is deathly still. It feels so hard to breathe. There's something about the smell of this place. I've had memories rekindled by certain smells and music before, like when I heard the tune Ruka wrote. I remember things, but not clearly. Sensations of textures, bursts of pain, vague things that can't be expressed in words. But this time's different. I feel a dark mass rising up inside my body. It's going to penetrate my head. We should have waited for Ruka. I mean, look at me. I'm adorable. Who wants to kill me? The filament shown at the top center of the screen indicates supernatural presence. It turns red in the presence of wraiths and yellow if the ghosts are specters. When other forces are present, it turns blue instead. Item filament. The item filament shown in the lower right corner of the screen glows blue when you are near an item or something that can be examined. Yeah, so there's lots of little indicators to kind of help you along in the game. Why won't the door open? It's not even locked. The camera obscura seems to be reacting. Maybe if I take a photo of the door with it. You'll see a hazy field appear on some objects and places in the game. Use the camera obscura to take a photo of this energy field, and things will appear in the photo that give you hints on how to progress through the story. Something has appeared in the photo. It shows 5 masks hanging on the wall. Find the 5 masks from the photo. Well, seems like a bit of deja vu. I swear we just did this with another girl. Quick look. With camera obscura equipped, use right stick while holding left stick down to quickly turn around. Gone. What was that? It looked like a nurse, but is this the power of the camera obscura? It is indeed. I don't know why I keep trying that door. Old habit from Silent Hill. I was talking about though to do a quick turn. What was that tutorial again? With the camera obscura equipped, use the right stick while holding L3 to quickly turn around. Okay. Oh, I see. It speeds up the acceleration. Or you could just turn up the acceleration in the options. is how we decided to do it. Boy running away. You might come across specters during your exploration. If you succeed in taking pictures of them, they'll be added to the ghost list. You'll also be able to trade any photo points you obtain for items at save points. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, otherwise known as Fatal Frame 4, running on the Series X. Again, you can purchase this on the Xbox, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and I believe there's a PC version, I think. Yeah, this is to me this is a real treat. Again, for us in the West, we never got to experience this game. A lot of people consider this game, the fourth game in the series, to be the very best. So I'm really looking forward to playing it. In fact, I don't think we ever played. I don't think we ever finished playing Fatal Frame 5. Maiden of Black Water, the re-release of that either. So maybe we should go back and do that as well, or we can do this first and then play Maiden of Black Water later. I think the only Fatal Frame game I haven't actually ever played at all is Fatal Frame 3, since that was exclusive to the PlayStation 2. But all the other ones I've at least checked out for a little while. In fact, I have the original games, Fatal Frame 1 and 2, on the original Xbox. So I kind of think of this series as a Xbox series to me, because that's where I played them. But obviously, if you're a PlayStation fan, or if you had PlayStation systems for a long time, then you've had the opportunity to play more of the games in the series. And then you had to switch to the Wii when Tecmo made a lot of games for the Wii. They did a re-release of Fatal Frame 2. They remade that, which I would assume at some point in time we'll get an HD release or a 4K release of that game as well. Since Fatal Frame 5 sold so well, I'm going to, I'm going to hope that this one also sells just as well. So we can get Fatal Frame 2 and Fatal Frame 3 in some form. Possibly Fatal Frame 1. I mean, I'd like to see the whole series in the modern consoles, because it's a really great series. Kind of underappreciated, although over the years, I think people have started to discover them and appreciate them more for what they are. So yeah, check it out. And if you are a first-time Fatal Frame fan, or you want to get into the series, this is a good way to go. Check it out. It's worth your time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you with the next stream.